In a Fox 16 News update, representatives from the Department of Health and Human Services toured the former Ouachita Job Corps Center today. They're considering whether to transform the site in Royal into a temporary shelter for young refugees. The animosity surrounding the change has traveled from Garland County all the way to Washington. Fox 16's Jessi Turnure joining us now with which members of Congress are trying to shut this down. What'd you find out?
Well, Kevin, U.S. Senators John Boozman and Tom Cotton and U.S. Representative Bruce Westerman, all Arkansas Republicans, came out against the potential refugee shelter today. And they found out about it at the exact same time as the general public and are calling on the Health and Human Services Department to scrap its plans.
He's doing everything he can to stop it. He doesn't think it's safe. Citizens of Garland County.
As a resident of Garland County himself, Representative Bruce Westerman feels betrayed, according to his communications director.
The congressman was very upset that they had not reached out and notified him or any of his constituents before making this decision.
The decision to turn the former Ouachita Job Corps Center in Royal into a temporary shelter for young refugees isn't final, but Health and Human Services and Department of Agriculture representatives toured the site Monday.
His first contact that he's had with anyone regarding this situation was this morning on a conference call.
Ryan Saylor says no one could answer what countries the unaccompanied minors would come from and if they would bring criminal histories with them.
If they can't tell you who's going to be at the facility and what their background is, then how can they guarantee your safety?
According to the Office of Refugee Resettlement, many of these children are fleeing violent situations in their home countries and choose to leave rather than join a gang. Each shelter houses about 50 children, and each child will spend about 35 days there under constant supervision. They don't integrate into the local community.
There are facilities that are definitely closer to the southern border that have already been used and could continue to be used.
And Saylor says the congressman would like to see the Arkansas National Guard get the lease on the facility. He says the Guard actually submitted a request December 5th to use the former Job Corps Center for its Youth Challenge program. So there are other people vying for this facility, too.
And he raises some legitimate concerns and questions. But I know you talked with people last week when we originally did this story, and they're helpless. They're not exactly sure how this is all going to unfold. But Saylor told you today that there is action that they can take, right?
Exactly. So none of these plans are set in stone. You know, like today they just did a site tour. Yeah. And so this isn't, officially official or anything. So he's saying to make sure that it doesn't get there, since that's what they don't want, is, to reach out, make sure their voices are heard on social media. Contact, Congressman Westerman and other lawmakers, and make sure, too, to reach out to these departments that are really pushing for this to become a refugee shelter.
Is there a timeline or a deadline that's on the book yet?
Right now, nothing official, but Congressman Westerman was told that it would take possibly about a month to get the facility now in its current state to a livable condition. Yeah. And so we're looking at least a month here, but nothing set in stone yet.
Okay, clock's ticking. All right, thanks.